So we figured we would put our conclusion at the beginning of the video. That way you don't have to sit around and watch the whole video if you don't want to. But yes, you can take an EV car on a road trip. It's just not as easy in the sense of the freedom, I should say. So if you have a gas vehicle, it's pretty much guaranteed there's going to be a gas station every 100 miles or so. Even if it's not good gas, there'll be some gas. So you can kind of take the back roads. You can get a little creative with your route planning. With an EV, you're going to have to go through major cities, or at least big cities, on interstates and major highways, things like that. So for example, on our way up, you guys will see we take kind of a back road. It's just not a major highway, and we almost ran out of charge, or however you say fuel, but we almost ran out of charge, and that was pretty scary. It was pretty close. This time on the way back, we're going same way from Vegas back to Phoenix, but we took the interstates all the way, and it's been simple. We charge, we find charging stations that charge us within 30 minutes, and we're back on the road. So it's been super nice because of that. But if you don't have a location that does fast charging, then you're gonna end up sitting there for a while. So that is the conclusion. I do like this vehicle. I think my wife likes it as well. It's a lot of fun to drive. It's quiet. It's comfortable as hell. I enjoy it. I'd buy one, honestly, if they had more charging stations, I guess. But that would be my conclusion. Now you guys can watch the rest of the video of the adventure. Alrighty guys, so if you have been following us for a while, you know that most of our road trips happen in our Ram 3500, and usually when we're towing our 17,000 pound trailer, our Fusion. This road trip's gonna be a little bit different, and it's gonna be a little challenging because we won't be able to stop at a gas station and just fill up when we're low. That's right, we got ourselves an electric vehicle, and I think it's probably the coolest one I've seen in a while. It's not a Mustang, but it is the Mach E from Ford that they classify as a Mustang. So it's gonna be a fun trip. Let's get into it. So we're gonna put in our route. Obviously, we're gonna add a Starbucks in there because you can't drive a full electric vehicle without going to Starbucks.
Right.
So we are gonna go to Starbucks, but we're also gonna put in our maps where we're going. And what's really neat about it is the fact that when I put in where I'm going in the maps, it's going to actually add where I need to stop. I already know where I'm gonna stop. I have plans, but it's kind of cool that it can do that for you. Let's just do Las Vegas. Boom. And go. And you guys will see when I pull up, it'll probably see it's charging. Okay, that's what it says.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
Gonna have to turn that off. I don't like hearing people talk when I'm driving, except for
me.
I don't even know how to work any of this. No, this is not what I'm looking for. That's kind of cool though. It shows you where you're able to get to, but it does have the charging points on there. I have no clue how to look it up to show you guys what I'm trying to explain, but basically it tells me I have to stop here and I have to stop here, which I was going to do anyway because that's in Wickenburg, I think, and then that is going to be Kingman. So we'll stop at two different places on the way there. Interesting. We're on the way. All right, so we're doing our first charge. We went to the gas station, got some snacks. It took about 10 minutes. And now we're thinking, now what do we do? We got an extra like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to wait around while it charges. So this is the first time kind of wondering, what are you gonna do? And it's not a big deal if you're somewhere where there's something cool to do, but where we are, there's not much here. So we're gonna be hanging out for a little bit. The next stop should actually be more interesting because we're actually gonna be in Kingman and there's a museum there. So that might be more fun. So we'll come back to you guys then. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. We're still charging here at the Ford, so I wanted to just see what 20 minutes does and where we're at. Oh my goodness, so 30% to 39% in 20 minutes. It's kind of rough. I guess that's why gas is kind of winning, but that's not a big deal. All right, it's our second time looking at it. We are like 45 minutes into this, and we only got a 50% charge. Gosh, I don't know. Electric stuff is a little rough. I'm gonna go take a look and see if we can make it to the next stop because it's kind of bored of sitting here. Well, it's kind of what we knew would happen in an electric vehicle is if you're doing a road trip and you have a lot of miles to cover and some mountain stuff, you end up running into a situation where you gotta wait to charge. So just to get to 60% is gonna get us to Kingman, which is where we need to get to, right? Well, that puts us in a weird little bind here because we can't leave early, we can't leave late, we just gotta wait till we get to 60. And this is supposed to be a fast charger. There is a charger across the street at the Chevron there, or the Shell, but the reviews all say it's slow and it's not a fast charger, so this just made the most sense. All right, our first EV charge is done. That was 1 hour and 15 minutes to get from, I didn't see what the percentage was. I didn't think it was that low, but we had to go all the way up to 60% to get to our next stop where we're gonna have to stop again. So 1 hour and 15, we now have 158 miles on the charge, and it cost us what?
$16 and change.
Yes, and I'm gonna be a little bit honest here. I'm a little nervous because now we have 158 miles and 128 till the next charge. So again, EV, it's fun because it makes you afraid that you might not get there. At least it's light, right? I should be able to push it.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so finally we're gonna catch a break on this. This is one of the fast chargers that can get the full 150 out of it. So that's a plus. We just got here barely. But the way this works is we're gonna plug in, and then we gotta come over here and follow those things on screen, which is saying it's connecting to our car, which is interesting. And then we'll figure out what we gotta do here. But these are nice because you can pay with your card. You don't have to have a membership or anything. You guys can see we got from 16% to 80%, 39 minutes, and it was $27, almost $30. So, I mean, is that better than gas? I honestly don't know because for 30 bucks I can get the same amount of fuel mileage. So that's kind of interesting. But does it look this good going down the road? All right, so we fully charged already at that other site as I showed you guys, but we still wanted to come over here anyway. So we plugged it back in because it was only at 80%, but we plugged it in behind the Kingman Visitor Center, and it's like a free charger. And we're gonna go check out this diner that we've always wanted to check out, but because we can just gas up and go, we never take the time to walk around. So I got a little bit of Toby here in my mouth, sorry. It'd be pretty nice. I mean, actually getting to see something in the town that we drive through all the time. So let's do it. All right, so right across the street from the museum is this Route 66 diner, which everyone says is really good and we got to try out. It's also got an outside seating area so we can come in with Toby and look at these really cool cars. That's one hell of a chili dog. And that's just a regular dog. And that is just a Toby dog. So that about sums up the first day in our trip. And we really didn't do any video on the way home because, like I said at the beginning of the video, everything worked out much easier and all the stops were very simple when you're on an interstate. Again, I really do like this. I think Canna loves it as well. It's stylish, it's fun. But our EV's the way of the future for road trips? I don't know about all that. Either way, we had a good time getting down to Las Vegas, and then we walked around Fremont Street and ended our night with a couple drinks and some pizza. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.